Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of The Fighter and The Casual. So we're just gonna go over quick what's on the main card for tomorrow night, UFC Fight Night in Tampa, headlined by Colby Covington and Joaquin Buckley. So just a quick look here at the card. We got obviously what I mentioned, Buckley versus Covington as the main. Co-main, we got Cub Swanson and Billy Quarantillo. Then we got Manel Cape versus Bruno Silva, Vitor Petrino versus Dustin Jacoby. Jacoby, sorry. And then we got Adrian Yanez and Daniel Marcos. There's a bantamweight fight. This is gonna be a really interesting one because Daniel Marcos is 16-0. He's never lost.
Wow.
He's fighting Adrian Yanez, who's been ranked before. Now he's 17-5. He's trying to make a comeback. He's had a couple of losses, no big deal, but he's got a big test over there with Daniel Marcos, who's undefeated. And we got Navajo Sterling versus Tuco Tokos. And then, of course, there's going to be the prelim cards. I'm actually surprised to see that Michael Johnson is on the prelims. This guy's been in the UFC for a long time.
Yeah, 23-19.
23-19, not
That's
the best record now, but
No, but yeah.
he's fought
It's
a lot of big
fights.
names. He's fought some of the best who's ever fought. And he's fighting Otman Aizatar,
Yeah.
which is one of the guys who does some of his training camps out in Morocco, where Nazareth trains.
Okay.
So that's really interesting. Otman is known for his knockout power.
Yeah.
And Michael Johnson is a great striker. His coach is Henry Hooft, of course. So that's going to be a great fight. Like, I can see why it's the main fight of the prelims, but I could easily see this fight on the main card as well.
Okay.
But they might be using it to get some people to watch the prelims.
Yeah, well, you never know. Some cancellations can happen and they can get bumped up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even from now to tomorrow, some guys might not make it to the fight, which is crazy to say. But,
Everybody made weight
or
this
girls,
week?
because there's some girls on the card too.
Yeah.
Everybody made weight, and everybody made weight in less than 1 hour.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, it's very rare for a UFC card to have everyone make weight. Not only do they all make weight, they all make it in less than 1 hour. Then
They were ready to go.
They're ready, and these guys are excited. The last UFC card of the year, so it's interesting. There's Joel Alvarez versus Drakkar Klose. Then there's Sean Woodson versus Fernando Padilla. Miles Johns is also in the bantamweight
Miles
division
Johns,
against
yeah.
Felipe Lima. This is another big fight.
Can we tell
Oh,
if
but this
they're
fight is at
ranked?
featherweight. Oh, that's odd.
He's usually
Because
a
they're
bantamweight?
bantamweight guys.
Both of them?
Oh, but you know what? Yeah, both of them. But you know
Are they
what?
both doing a catch weight?
Yeah, they might be doing a catch weight because I remember now that Miles Johns was actually originally booked to fight Cody Garbrandt
When?
for the UFC in Madison Square Garden in November. And then on fight week, listen to this. While Miles Johns was just getting on his plane, like he was about to board his plane, he gets the notification that either from his manager or UFC, I'm not sure, I can't remember which one. I think it's from his manager, telling him that Cody pulled out of the fight.
Oh,
Right when he was about to board the plane,
that's
which is
the
wild.
worst.
Yeah. MMA is crazy because you never know when someone's gonna pull out. You could pull out on the way to the event, before the weigh-ins, during fight week, right after the weigh-ins, Saturday
before the
morning,
show.
right
We've
before the
seen that
show.
happen.
One time during COVID, when I was fighting against Draco, one guy pulled out of the fight. Right when he was gonna make the walk, he got a back spasm, and boom, that was it. He couldn't fight.
That's horrible.
And the guy was waiting for him in the octagon.
He
which
was
is
already in
insane.
the octagon?
The guy was the opponent was in the octagon. And then
Oh
this-
my God.
The guy was about to walk out, and the fight gets canceled.
How old was he?
Yeah, I don't know if it was about old or what, but maybe it's a rehydration issue. I don't know, but it's crazy how those kind of things happen. So maybe because he was
back
gonna make
spasm.
weight for that fight, and
Wow.
then maybe the fight got canceled. Kind of maybe messed up. I don't know, but there might be a full story on this. But
I
that's
mean,
probably
it
why
makes
this
me
is at
feel
featherweight.
good about me having a back spasm. I'm not an athlete, and professional athletes have back spasms when it's
that's right.
showtime.
These guys are the fittest on earth in MMA for sure. Then there's Miranda Maverick versus Jamie Lynn Horth.
She fought recently.
She fought in Edmonton, same card as
Yes.
me. So she's taking this fight. I think
Yeah.
Miranda was supposed to fight someone else,
Okay.
and then the person pulled out. So
Yeah.
Jamie Lynn Horth was a short notice replacement for this fight, and she made weight as well. Jamie Lynn.
She has a good record too, 7-1.
7-1, yeah.
Not bad.
This is a tough fight for her though against the Miranda Maverick. 16-5.
Yeah.
She has a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Then there's Davy Grant versus Raymond Tavares. Raymond Tavares actually beat that guy, City Sweden. He fought on the Edmonton card as well. He lost once to City and then won once against City. And he's fighting Davy Grant. Davy Grant's a longtime vet. He's got a lot of like spectacular KOs, like back fist KOs and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a really creative striker. He's from England.
Okay.
And there's Josephine Knudsen and Piera Rodriguez starting off the entire card.
8-0, that girl too.
Yeah, she's
Josephine.
8-0. Yeah, it's gonna be great. So then let's talk about the main event, man. The main event. The story is all about
what's
these
happening.
Guys, man. What's happening with these guys? And Colby and Chael have teamed up.
Okay, Chael Sonnen.
Chael Sonnen, man. The two loudmouths, the two American boys.
I feel like they match each other's personalities so well.
Yeah, so let's hear it. So this is at the weigh-in, at the ceremonial weigh-in.
Okay.
And Fitzgerald's trying to ask Colby some questions, and this is how Colby replies.
I have my head coach and my role model speaking for me tonight.
I came to tell you, when you're the greatest fighter in the world today, they got a name for you. They don't call you a great fighter, they call you Chaos Covington, only in the Octagon, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 Pacific, and only on ESPN.
Always ready to cut
Chael
a promo.
was born in the
Colby,
wrong era.
welcome
Like,
back. South Florida, let him
should have been in his prime right now. He would kill
I know,
it.
he would kill it. Like, people would go
kill
crazy
it.
for him on social
He's
media.
such a talker.
Yeah, he's very well spoken, and he knows how to get the crowd riled up. Like when I was doing the MMA awards, his speech was the best by far.
Really?
Everyone else, it was like almost like reading their own
eulogy?
eulogies. But he fired up the crowd. He made it funny. He was trash talking, but in a really cool way. And
It's nice to have people like that in your corner. I mean, for Colby.
But like, it's funny that he said that about Colby.
Yeah.
But if you watch his last fight against Leon Edwards, it was so boring. Colby could not pull the trigger. Even Leon Edwards was taking Colby down.
Wow.
And Donald Trump came to watch the fight live. And Colby still couldn't pull the trigger. It was a really bad night for him. Terrible performance. And for a guy who talks so much trash, you really don't expect that. You know, you want the guy to go out there.
It's embarrassing.
It's kind of embarrassing in a way because you talk all this smack. And you do all these things. You got to back it up.
Walk the walk.
Yeah, that's why sometimes it's better not to say anything, right?
Yeah.
So here's another video. And I was wondering, like, how did they team up? Right? So I haven't watched the video yet, but this is
Let's
here.
see.
They're going to give us a little tidbit. I don't know what they're going to say about it.
New partnership. We heard a little bit about it during our fighter meetings, but tell me how this came about, Chael.
How it came about, it's about time. I got to tell you, really, and I do feel that way. I've been wanting to be with Colby from the beginning. When he finally called and said, man, I got a spot for you, I thought, well, it's about time. The biggest problem I had, Megan, was getting my mother here. She's never missed a Colby fight, and she feels like he's his good luck charm, which she's really not. But she feels that way, and it's very sweet, Mom.
This new part.
You know, he's like a great jokester. He really
Yeah.
keeps it fresh and lively and light.
Yeah.
And I think he's a better trash talker than Colby. Actually, he's probably doing Colby a huge service.
He's like
by
a smart trash talker, I find, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he knows what he's saying. He's not just, like, throwing random stuff like,
Buckley's been up to
this
it.
is the opponent.
This is the guy who's fighting Colby Covington. He had a good interview here with Nina Drama. Let's see.
I like this girl.
He got 4,000 views. Yeah, she's funny.
Wash
She's
your
very
legs in the
pretty.
shower.
I watch everything, including the third leg too.
All legs.
All legs.
What is one of your toxic traits?
I probably got several. I just leave the plate there. My girl hate that. I
You
guess
do it to just like piss her off?
yeah. I do that.
This guy leaves his dirty plates after he eats them, babe. How would you react?
You do the same thing.
I don't
hate
do the
it.
same thing.
I hate it.
I put them in the sink, babe.
Do you though?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
I don't know.
And he leaves the seat up.
With the toilet too. Toilet seat up.
See?
She don't like
Yeah, you don't do
it.
that. That's
Should be
fine.
worse than the kid.
Do you nerd out over anything?
I always wanted to be RoboCop. RoboCop, one of my favorite movies.
It's
RoboCop
a
is
grid
a good
blackout.
movie.
No cell phones, no TVs, no cars, no gas stations, no supermarkets, nothing. What's the first thing you do?
Light a candle. I think I got some case of water. You know, the grid is down, you know. I gotta get some water, man. Just hand it back into somebody.
He's a very practical guy.
Yeah.
You know? I wonder if that's going to play out in his fight. Is he going to be practical against Colby? Is he going to be avoiding the takedowns? Is he going to be finding a way to keep it standing and beat him on the feet? Because, you know, like, actually, this guy just knocked out Wonder Boy. And Wonder Boy is a really good friend of mine.
He's amazing.
I love Wonder Boy.
He's
Probably
so good.
One of the greatest strikers in UFC history.
Yeah.
Incredible striking ability. And Joaquin was able to knock him out on the feet.
Damn.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, you know, but
Yeah.
Wonder Boy's doing okay. Let's see. Let's finish this up.
Come and turn the power back on.
Who is a celebrity that people say you look like?
Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, yeah, I can see
That's
it.
one.
Not at
Nick
all.
Cannon, newest one.
Not at all. Not at all. Oh, maybe that
Maybe
one.
this guy. Yeah. He looks like that guy. He looks like
Does
that
that
guy.
make you weak or strong?
And I can't even lie, I done it before. I felt stupid.
I didn't hear the question. What did she ask?
I hit hard. Both of-
If you were to punch yourself in the face
Oh.
and it hurt, is it weak or strong?
And I can't even lie, I done it before.
He hit himself
I
before.
felt stupid.
It hurt?
Just Interesting.
I hit hard. Both. I was strong and stupid, I guess. You know what I mean?
You see, like you're getting very different vibes from.
Yeah, but this is also with Nina. Nina is very light and playful.
Yeah,
right?
I guess so.
But he seems cool.
He seems really laid back, very chill. Like he's there to work.
Yeah.
Do we have any other interviews he's doing, like with press conference style?
We got this other one here. Let's see. Oh, that's not press conference. It's at the weigh-ins.
But at the end of the day, man, look, this dude been.
It was funny because Colby didn't talk at the weigh-ins. He let Chael talk for him. And here we're going to see Joaquin talk for himself. Well, 20-6, tied for 4th longest win streak in UFC welterweight division.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
But at the end of the day, man, look, this dude been quiet. He plays a character. Now you want to be soft with it. So at the end of the day, man, we're going to go out in that cage, bro. We're going to retire this man and send his ass off to Twitch. Let's get it.
Yeah, send him off to Twitch. He thinks he'll just send him off to being like a video game streamer.
Hey, people make a lot of money playing video games.
And Colby can talk, so maybe he could garner some fans on Twitch.
Maybe, yeah.
And then what was the last thing I had for us here? That's it, guys. That's the recap. So thanks for joining us on our first episode. Give us some comments on below. Like, what else would you want to see us cover when we do these pre-fight shows? And if you want us to dive into either more of the weigh-ins. But obviously this time, nobody missed weight, so there's no controversy, you know?
Yeah.
Last time when I was at UFC 310, one of the guys missed weight by 4.5 pounds and then refused to cut anymore, and he came out early. Like, he had time to cut.
They don't care.
And it was Brian Battle, and he was fighting Randy Brown. And the Randy Brown, you know, I put that video up on my YouTube where we got the live reaction at the weigh-ins, live at the weigh-ins.
Did the fight happen still?
The fight happened, man.
Okay.
And, you know, they say something like, they did the stats on it. Every year it changes slightly, obviously, but every year it's over 70%. 70% of the time, the guy who misses weight usually wins the fight. 70% out of 100, they win the fight. And then
so
Brian
the weight
Battle
really makes a huge difference, you think?
4.5 pound miss is really big. Like a 1 pound miss, okay, it's not that big. At least the guy suffered all the way down.
Yeah.
When the guy saved himself from cutting another 4.5 pounds.
Yeah.
Saved himself a lot of time in the sauna, a lot of drainage. Yeah. Much easier for him to replenish his fluid, get fluid back to his brain. Saved themselves 5 liters. Almost, you know, every liter is 2 pounds. Saved themselves 2.5 liters.
You know what question I would want to ask is how many of those people that miss weight, how many of those fights get canceled because they missed weight?
Very rare now.
Everybody wants to fight. Everybody wants the money.
Look, UFC wants to put on the show, right?
Yeah.
So they try to make a deal with the guy who's going to take the fight.
Right.
So usually you get 20% of a guy's purse when you miss weight, but because the guy missed by 4.5 pounds, they gave Randy Brown 30%. Did they give him anything more on top of that we don't know about?
Yeah.
I believe so, because Randy Brown was clearly upset on the interview that we did with Sportsnet. He was clearly upset about the weight miss, and he said how, like, you know, he's been in the game for 10 years, UFC for 10 years.
Wow.
Almost like next month he's been in the UFC for 10 years, and a couple of times he's like won four wins in a row or 5 wins in a row, then he loses the big one. And Brian Battle is super popular because he had this crazy win in France. And he's riding a lot of momentum, and Randy Brown was coming to steal that momentum. But now that he missed the weight...
Battle missed the weight, right?
Missed the weight.
Yeah.
So Randy was kind of thrown off by it a little bit. And when they went to fight, Randy lost the decision.
Damn.
You know? So
yeah,
you got 30% of his purse. But if you're Randy Brown, you didn't get your win.
Yeah.
You only got your show.
That's it.
And he makes more money than Brian Battle because he's got 10 years in the game.
So 30% was not much.
Not much. And that's what he talks about in the interview. He's like, I'm going to get 30% of what? He's a new fighter in the UFC. I have a deeper contract than him.
Oh.
So, like, yeah.
Yeah, see,
unfair.
that plays a big role.
Plays a big role, but we don't know.
But he still took it.
He still took it. So we don't know if UFC gave him a new contract or they upped his pay.
Yeah.
Remember when I fought Draco?
Yes.
Sean Shelby upped my pay big time, right? So
yeah.
I left happy. And I knocked him out.
And that was a very good fight.
I knocked him out in the first round, and they gave me the performance
You were the
bonus.
outlier.
I was the outlier. I was like one of the fewer guys that has a chance of winning. But
yeah,
I mean, Randy had a chance of winning too, but it didn't happen. So luckily for this card, UFC Tampa, nobody missed weight, and all the fights are on for now. Who knows what's going to happen Saturday during the day? Maybe somebody ate some bad tiramisu. Somebody ate some sushi, has a stomach ache or a back cramp, or they tear their ACL backstage. We don't know, guys. But tune in tomorrow, UFC Tampa. And if you are, make sure you watch it on Sportsnet if you're from Canada. We have the fights on. Order it through Sportsnet, guys. Support the guys who support me. You know, I'm a broadcaster now for Sportsnet. You know what I mean?
And a lot of people say this, so I'm going to say it. Let us know your predictions.
Yeah, let us know your predictions in the comments. Who do you guys think is going to win? How do you think the fights are going to play out? And leave us any comments or suggestions you guys have for us to improve the show. This is our first one. It's kind of like the pilot.
Yeah.
So we're open for suggestions, and we're just going to improve every time there's a UFC. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.